Thank you for joining us at KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. Jeju Air has postponed their plans to purchase the controversial Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft. Their plans to purchase 50 of the planes were announced in November of last year. Concerns over the safety of the aircraft have reached global levels, so Jeju Air has delayed the introduction of the MAX 8s until an international consensus on safety is established. Jeju Air has emphasized that one of their goals as an airline company is to commit to the enhancement of safe operational systems. Their decision on the MAX 8s will fully adhere to that standard. Following KCTV investigative reports into the poor management of the birthplaces of Korea's patriots, the Provincial Council has addressed the concern at a council meeting. Councilman Hyun Gil-ho pointed out at a budget planning meeting on Friday that while other major cities in the nation have mandates regulating the management of the birthplaces of patriots, Jeju has none. He emphasized the need to make regulations and include it into the budget. The current law regulating the respectful treatment of independence fighters only focuses on the families of the deceased. There are no legal grounds for the management of birthplaces or historic sites. The Jeju Federation for Environmental Movements has issued a press release on Friday demanding an investigation into compressed waste disposal operations. The foundation claims over 8,000 tons of compressed waste have been unaccounted for since Jeju City began the compressed waste system in April 2015. There are currently 15 waste compression companies that have missing waste, 3 of which are located in Jeju. The foundation argued that the Jeju-based companies should be investigated to identify their waste disposal operations and that legal action should be taken if any unlawful activity is found. The Jeju Chamber of Commerce, the French-Korean Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and the French ambassador to Korea have signed a formal agreement for economic cooperation. The 3 organizations held a signing ceremony at the Jeju Chamber of Commerce on Friday to pass the agreement, and discussions were made on methods to boost economic exchanges between Korea and France. The Jeju CCI announced that the agreement would be an opportunity to introduce Jeju's culture and commodities to France. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport has announced that as of January 1st of this year, the prices of apartments in Jeju have dropped 2.49% compared to the same time last year. This is the first time apartment values have seen a decrease since 2014, when prices dropped temporarily. The ministry attributes the drop to the slowing rate of population growth and to the sluggish tourism industry. Public parks that have been delayed for over a decade are finally beginning to see the light. The province plans to begin land purchases next month at the earliest. However, price negotiations between the province and landowners are expected to be tough. If negotiations fail, the province is considering expropriation of land as a final measure. Joseph Kim reports.
Plans to build 43 parks in urban areas have been delayed for over 10 years. The 43 parks have been planned to sit on 7 million square meters of land in total. That is 14 times the area of Udo Island. If the province doesn't purchase the land for the parks by July of next year, the plans, which are subject to the Sunset Law, will be revoked. The province is planning to purchase land for 39 new parks by 2023. This year, land purchases for 9 parks, including ones in Sarabong and Namjobong Orum, will be completed. Compensation expenses of 73 billion won are allocated for the acquisition. Jeju City has announced its compensation plans and commissioned an appraisal institute to assess the land value. It will begin proceedings for the compensation beginning next month at the earliest.
측량 의뢰를 실시한 상태고, 그다음 출입 허가 공고, 그다음 보상 계획 열람 공고를 완료했고, 감정 평가를 의뢰해서 감정 평가가 나온 대로 신속히 보상을 추진할 계획이 있습니다.
For parks larger than 100,000 square meters, a consultative body that allows for landowners' participation should be organized. The planned sites include hundreds of plots, and landowners have different needs and expectations. Especially, Owners of low-lying plots and land adjacent to roads will not likely sell their properties.
적당한 주기만은 시청 가격 뺏긴 안 준 데는 시청 가격 연날도 부분이 2,000원, 3,000원 했죠.
이 지역의 가격으로 이렇게 하면 근데 그놈 돈 받아 먹을까?
Landowners are requesting to increase the compensation prices or to cancel the park creation plans. If the negotiations fail, the province will consider expropriation of the land. However, expropriation would cause even greater opposition from landowners whose property rights have been restricted for more than a decade. The province resolved to clinch bargains and is devoting all of its energy to persuading landowners in hopes of reaching agreements on compensation. Joseph Kim, KCTV.
Don't miss out on a stunning photo opportunity of beautiful cherry blossom roads. Refresh your mind with canola flowers and trekking. Enjoy a unique and modern take on the works of Gustav Klimt at the new Bunker de Lumière. Taking a look at our weather, there's some rain expected before sunrise, but it will give way to sunny skies for the rest of the day. For the details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 10 and the afternoon high 16 degrees. Slightly warmer temperatures during the day in Seogwipo with a low of 10 and a high of 18. The low before lunch in Seongsan will be 9 and the high in the afternoon 17 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, a low of 10 in the morning, warming up to a high of 16 degrees. And up on the mountain at Songpanak, the morning low will be 4 and the afternoon high 13 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the north and northeast at a speed of 7 to 12 meters per second, and waves will be between 1 and 2 meters. And here's what's coming up. That brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining us, and remember that you can now find us on YouTube at KCTV E-News Jeju. See you next time.